We are now approaching Bunny's Land. Please mind the gap when alighting from this train.
So everybody, welcome to, now I'm not going to pronounce the place, I'll let you have a little guess. Where do you think I am? I showed you the town name. How do you pronounce it though? How do you pronounce it? Is it Milngavie? Milngavie? Any takers on Milngavie? It's actually Milngavie. Yep, you pronounce it Milngavie, folks. Goodness knows why, but it's one of the most mispronounced town names in Scotland. So we are today in Milngavie, which is the start of the West Highland Way. We're going to have a little wander about, but we're actually here to see the original, well, I'll tell you actually later. It's a science fiction type vlog today. I'll tell you just in a second, folks. Let's have a little walk through Milngavie / Milngavie and see what's here. First impressions, very nice. West Highland Way Cafe. And this is the official start to the West Highland Way, which I think is marked by an actual signpost up here somewhere. Lots of nice little cafes. Milngavie and Co. Lots of signs for the West Highland Way. Yeah, it's a nice little place. And there's the official start point there, folks, to the West Highland Way. Right beside Greg's. And there's the actual official start, that little monument there. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the start or the end, folks, of the West Highland Way. I think it's the official start, and you have to actually walk up to the West Highlands. Yeah, it's actually a nice little area, this. This is it, the official, we'll say it's the official start of the West Highland Way. Yeah, so you've got all these kind of plaques, I suppose, not plaques, just kind of bits here that tells you about the West Highland Way, all the things to see en route. Bridge of Orkney, Railway, Glenfalloch, etc, etc. Rob Roy's Cave. Yeah, so I've not seen anybody so far. A way to start. It's just not the right time of year. That could be one there, folks. It looks like somebody's way to start. Yes, I've seen somebody. West Highland Way. There you go, that's the official start of the West Highland Way there. So the usual kind of shops. The thing is, I've not seen any empty shops so far. Right, we're going to have to do some main road walking here for about 20 minutes. So I hope you can hear me. I've got the mic on. I've got my Hoover mic on today. So the reason we're actually here goes back quite a while actually. Now back in the probably the 70s, myself and my brother Jag, quite fascinated in science fiction movies like Lost in Space and all the Martians and UFOs and all this kind of futuristic stuff. Anyway, I watched a documentary years ago about a futuristic railway that was planned to run from Glasgow to Edinburgh. This was back in, the plan was for 1930 odd. Actually, I need to cross the road here, hang on. Sorry folks, I had to get across the road. Took about an hour to cross the road. Anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, back in the 1930s, this guy called George Bennies had an idea of this futuristic railway, and he wanted to try it out before he was going to invite investors to invest into the railway. So this was going to be a science fiction monorail type pod that was going to do 150 miles an hour, electric and propeller, and it was going to run above the normal railway and propel people from, say, Glasgow to Edinburgh in 20 minutes. It was going to be the fastest, most futuristic railway in the world. So he built a prototype here in Milngavie, of all places, to try it out. So it was built just a short bit of track, or monorail, and he built the pod that was going to travel up and down, and he got future investors to try and come and try it out, basically. And it was just down here in front of me that he built the actual prototype. But after years of trying to get investment, it wasn't to be. It all fell apart. Nobody wanted to invest. Everyone thought it was a stupid idea, and the whole program went bankrupt. And it was just basically just left as a ruin until about 1956, when it was all taken down. But it was remembered in the futuristic world as one of the most futuristic inventions that could have been. That wasn't, if that makes sense. So there's nothing left. There's a little plaque on the wall, and you can actually see where the track used to run. It's now a timber yard. I just wanted to come here and just say that I've been, because it's fascinated me for years, and I thought, while I'm here, let's just go and have a little look. So the documentary is still available, I think, on one of the terrestrial channels somewhere, and there's a few things on YouTube. If you look on YouTube and just type in George Bennies Futuristic Railway, you'll see a few little documentaries all about it, and some actually original film as well. So I think it's down here just opposite McDonald's. There's some wooded animals there. There's actually a Gruffalo Way here, I noticed on the map. I actually want to see what this says just while we're here, folks. Let's have a look. That's a nice bench, isn't it? Park bench, everybody. Behind all your stories is always your mother's story, because here is where yours began. It's very nice. Yeah, as I said, it's just a log here. Now, is this a ruin? Let's go check what this is here. Or is it just a rock garden? Antonian garden. It looks quite old. Little bridge there. Based in Milngavie District Council Antonian Garden. Garden design is based on excavations in the Bearsden Roman wall, constructed in 142 AD. Okay. So is this the actual original? Garden is actually a replica of the garden which was constructed for the Glasgow Garden Festival. The thing is, you find bits of the Glasgow Garden Festival everywhere, folks. It's amazing. Bits all over Glasgow. When it was dismantled, bits were put everywhere. So this is a replica of an Antonian garden, which was actually used at the Glasgow Garden Festival. 1992. No, that's right. So it was a Waitrose. Oh, excitement. Never been to Waitrose in years. Might nip another way back just to say I've been to a Waitrose. There are no Waitroses beside us. The nearest one is Edinburgh, where I went into one once. So this is actually a very affluent area of Glasgow. We passed through Bearsden and Milngavie. I think it's quite well, especially Bearsden. It's a very upmarket area of Glasgow, hence why there's probably a Waitrose here. So let's continue. Don't think we're far from this plaque now, and there is a Rennie Gardens, I think, or Benny Gardens, sorry, which is named after George Benny. Right, let's try and get across the road again. So this timberland up here on the left hand side is the exact location. That's where it was actually built. There, the futuristic railroad, all the way down there. I'll put a few pictures on here just so you can see. It's amazing to think now we've got Aldi's, Waitrose, and we've got McDonald's all in the area that could have been the start of the futuristic rail. Well, I don't know what to call it. Rail plane, did they call it? Rail plane from Edinburgh to Glasgow and back. So up here on the wall should be the actual plaque. So there it is, that's the actual, where the track was, all the way along there. And as I say, the plaque should be just here. I don't think you can see much off the plaque, and I think it's quite faded and forgotten, but it is here. I can see it. I can see it. Here it is. George Benny, to commemorate George Bennies Rail Plane, which was tested here on the 8th of July 1930. A bullet-shaped carriage with a propeller at each end was reputed to be the forerunner of the modern monorail. It was suspended from a single rail on a 426-foot long purpose-built test track, 30 foot above the former LNER rail line, situated on this east plaque. There's an actual little model there of the actual rail plane. How cool. So let's just walk down the whole route. This is Benny Place. Let's see if we can find an actual street sign. But yeah, this is, as I said, this is the whole route here. It was only 400 and something feet. But this was the actual, say, the testing area, the prototype, if you like. Now, we'll go and see if we can try and match up some of the old photographs, because there's one photograph where the platform was, which kind of matched up with a hill in the distance. So we'll see if we can find that. Right, it's hard to match up because everything's so overgrown now, but I'm sure the platform was about here somewhere. With those hills in the background. It could be totally wrong. But yeah, it's fascinating, folks. Fascinating stuff. Just to say I've actually been here now as well. A weird thing to tick off the list, I know, but you know when you've read about something for years and seen stuff online, and you eventually got to be here. Yeah, amazing. Right. Yes, I say I can't quite match it up because of there's just too many trees and things now. Back in the day, this was all open. There was no buildings, there was no Waitroses or Aldi's or modern houses or timber yards. So let's just see if we can find a Benny Way or a Benny Street sign. These are quite posh houses. This is officially the start of Bearsden here, and there's a big school there as well. But yeah, so I couldn't see a sign for Benny Road or Benny Street or Benny Way. So I'll try and walk through the actual estate. Actually, no, I don't think you can because it looks too posh. They've probably got cameras everywhere. Well, maybe get one right at the end. Yeah, look, it's quite a posh kind of establishment where people will be looking out the windows. Yeah, it's got like neighbourhood watch. I shall find the street name, folks. I shall find it. Right, here it is, folks. I found it. Benny Place. There we go. It's like the Brookside sign. Da-da-da. Let's get a quick selfie before anybody comes out to see me. There it is, Benny Place, named after George Benny. So if you're ever passing here and you want to have a look, I've got say McDonald's there, there's a Premier Inn and a Pure Gym. And there's your sign there for Milngavie. And then behind here is the Bears Den sign, and the plaque is just here on the corner where that guy's standing. So right under the Bears Den sign. Right, you can see how far west we are here because there's a sign for the Trossachs. But anyway, we're here outside Waitrose. Let's go and get something for tea from Waitrose. Right, folks, we're going in. Right, had to get a Waitrose carrier bag. It's like when you go to Harrods in London, you've got to get a carrier bag. But anyway, I got giant codfish fingers for my tea. So I had that with a bit of tartar sauce. And I got a meal deal, a Waitrose meal deal, which consists of a salt beef and mustard mayo sandwich, which sounded quite nice, which I'll have on the train, and Diet Coke and a healthy protein bar thing. £5 they charge for their meal deals, but not bad. So, try and get back to the train. It's 13:36 is the train back to Glasgow. I was going to try and walk a little bit of the West Highland Way, which I suppose I did. I walked that first section. I wanted to try a wee bit of the path, but I don't think I'll have time. So let's get back to Milngavie Town Centre and back to this train station. Right, just a 10-minute walk there. This is back in Milngavie Town Centre. So back through we go. As I said before, you can tell it's quite an upmarket area because you've got like Marquis, Waitrose, and there's hardly any empty shops at all. So it's quite good to see it's possible to have a little town with no empty shops. Here's another place that people said to go and have a look at. I just don't have time today. The Lily Art Gallery. I thought they were actually filming a movie when I came up here because all the lights and that are out. Look, spotlights and things. Go and have a look. I think they're actually filming something. I'm going to go and ask. Right, I asked the guy, and they are filming something there today, but I'm not allowed to say. It's a TV show. I reckon it'll be like, I bet it's like Question Time or something. You know, these political things that they film, these bizarre town halls, but you're not allowed to go in. So we'll keep an eye on what they're filming in Milngavie Town Hall. Right, just thought I'd do a wee nosy there. So yeah, unless it's maybe a soap opera or something, maybe it's part of the, what's that Scottish one called? I forgot. The soap opera that's filmed just up the road from here. Could be that actually. Anyway, here's the station. I think the train's just about due in. And we'll head back to Glasgow and we'll eat my Waitrose meal deal on the way back. That's just back in Glasgow City Centre, George Square. I'm going to try and get up the lighthouse, which is just down here on the right somewhere. Not been up it for a couple of years, so I'll try and get up it today. Very cold though here in Glasgow. It's about 2 degrees. Currently closed today. Closed to the public it says, so like everything else it's maybe got work going on or something. There's a place there called Sugo and it's absolutely packed. There's not one single table in it. What is it, folks? Can you tell me? Actually, I think it says pasta up there. Is that right? Sugo pasta. Never heard of it. Right, we're continuing down these narrow little lanes of Glasgow. We've got about an hour till our train leaves. Some more Glasgow graffiti. Guy there doing a mural tour. Looks like a Banksy, that one, but I don't think it is. Would have heard about that if it was. So there's the Clayton Hotel there. Some graffiti. The New Virgin Hotel. This is very American-like down here, I think. If you ever go to America, New York, this is very got a New York vibe, this bit. And Glasgow is used lots by Hollywood studios as a backdrop, pretending to be America because it's cheaper to film here. There's been lots of movies made here recently, like Indiana Jones and all the other kind of blockbusters have been filmed here. Right, I think we're going to walk over that bridge. How do you get up to it? Up there. Yeah, so some nice apartments down here if you've got the money. Look at these ones here, the Clyde view. Balconies and everything, look. Very nice. Right, we'll have a wee walk over the Clyde. Don't think I've ever walked on this bridge before. Not actually too sure. Yeah, there's the Virgin Hotel there. Let's go across the suspension bridge. What we'll do, we'll go over this bridge and then we'll go walk along back over that one. So Glasgow or New York or Chicago maybe. It's Glasgow, folks, obviously. It's Glasgow. So it's an actual walk you can do. Glasgow's Clyde Bridges. This is number 8. No, number 10. South Portland Street Suspension Bridge we are on. Right, back over the Clyde we go. Not sure what this bridge is called. It's a wide one though. There's the Holiday Inn Express. There's us looking down the Clyde. Right over there we've got the, I'm sure that's the Clutha Bar over there. I'm not actually too sure. That's where the infamous helicopter accident hit and killed a few people, so I'm not sure if that's the same place. Looks like it's closed. Yeah, I'm sure that's the place, of course. Famous Glasgow bar, but see, unfortunately a helicopter crashed into there years and years ago, killed quite a few people. It was very sad. There's that walking tour again, look, looking at the murals. Yeah, it's quite derelict in there now. Right, this is the Scotia Bar. There's a wee heritage plaque here to Laurel and Hardy. So So Stan Laurel, he started stage career actually around the corner at the Penoccupitan, forget the name of the theatre. It's a right old bar, that one. Very, very old. Yeah, but Stan Laurel, as I said, there's a theatre called the Penoccupitan, forget its name, it's just up here. And that's where Stan Laurel was actually discovered on the stage. But he's obviously made an appearance here as well. This ancient bar and pool hall. I love the Glasgow architecture. It's just such a mix of old and new. Like we've got Scotland's largest glass roof building there. Got a bit of Art Deco going up there, look. And then an old tenement style block. So lots of different contrasting bits of architecture here in Glasgow. If you've ever been to the Ritz in London, this is meant to be a looky-likey Ritz hotel building. Can you see the similarities? Thanks folks, it's so cold I can hardly speak. That's the Corinthian Club. Up there you've got, look, you see that? Dundee, Kilmarnock, Greenock, Perth. Can't quite read the other ones. So now passing another bit of Glasgow's forgotten past. This used to be the famous Glasgow Apollo Theatre. It's now a cinema. I thought it used to be like a walkabout, but now it's been changed into a cinema. But yeah, here, this very area, was the infamous Glasgow Apollo. Every big band in the world appeared here. Well, back in the day. So there's the Pavilion Theatre next door. So we'll try and get like a before and after picture if we can. Renfield Street. Well, this walkabout is still there. So there, this whole massive block was the Glasgow Apollo, with the highest stage in the world. Now let's go across the road. The thing is, folks, there's no plaque and nothing for the Apollo. So yes, I'm sure the entrance was just where the walkabout sign is. So there you go. There was a bit of a monstrosity of a building. Right, so we'll try and match it up with that old building there. Just to give you a picture, actually we'll go up this way a little bit. We'll get it on the corner. So I'm sure that's the tallest cinema in the UK. Massive building. So yeah, we'll try and see match this up with the Glasgow Apollo. Yeah, so trying to match up, folks. You can see the picture I've got is taken from a height, but you can see that building there with the windows at the top. That's the building we can match it against because everything else is brand new, apart from the pavilion. But you can see what the location of it was. Right, folks, that's me back home. So it's amazing what you can cover in a day. So I left here at 9:30 this morning. We got to Glasgow at 11. So we went up to Milngavie. We saw the Benny railway site. Went to Waitrose. Had a walk around Milngavie. We did the West Highland Way. Well, did like 2 seconds of it. Got the train back to Glasgow. Then we walk around Glasgow. Did some of the sites. Or not sites, but some of the less touristy things in Glasgow, and came back, and it's still daylight. It is still daylight outside. It's 5:25. and it's not dark. Yes! So it's amazing what you can cover in one day. So my ticket cost me £17 all the way through and back. That's what you get for your Club 50. You get £17 anywhere in Scotland. Now it's only on for a limited period. I think it finishes on the 17th of March. Then it starts again later on in the year. But that's it, folks. Great wee adventure today. Really enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.